All right, good morning, traders. How we doing? How we feeling? Another wonderful Monday. Fresh start to a new week. If I can adjust my pop filter. Might make a little bit of noise. I apologize in advance. All right, there we go. All right, let me go ahead and fix this. Got a little bit of a late start this morning, and I was up late for work last night. Nope. All right, so let's get this started. The quote of the day: the way we see the problem is the problem. Nice simple one from Stephen Covey. That is the quote of the day. I'm just gonna let that one marinate on you. Let that one marinate in your spirit. Let's go ahead and get to this pre-market check. All right, so taking a look at the economic calendar, it's an interesting one this week. We can see at 10 o'clock for today, Fed Chair Powell is set to speak. Also tomorrow, he's set to speak at 10:30. Before that, we got existing home sales. And then again, he's set to speak on Wednesday at 10. And after that, followed by crude oil inventories. And then on Thursday, again, he's set to testify. This is the word they use this time. And before that, in the pre-market, we got initial jobless claims. And after he speaks, or somewhere around that same time, we got new home sales. And then Friday, core durable goods in the pre-market at 8:30. So it's going to be an interesting week. I'm sure we're talking about interest rates and, jobs and all that good stuff. The state of the economy. Should be interesting to see how all that plays out. Now let's get to the pre-market NQ future session power range. All right, so we had a high of 10,939.75 with a low of 10,852. At the time of this posting, which was at 8:49, we were trading bearish, down negative 0.70%, with a volume of 152K. It's a lot of volume for the pre-market, even though it was almost 9 o'clock, and the ATR of 334.95. So of course, we got all this volume and this volatility because we are selling off, right? We're breaking down into new lows. If we look at it, we pull up a daily chart, drag that over, ignore these fib lines right here on the daily chart for a minute. We can see we broke that support right there. So, we got a little bit of room to go. Could be running to a little pivot support right here. If we break that, I'm looking at 408. And then I guess we got 297. Go ahead and mark these off. Make sure that's linked. Actually, this isn't supposed to be linked. All right, so that's all I'm going to look at right now. All right, so we should have a pretty interesting week. We'll see how strong the bears are. Not going to be biased. Got to stop myself from speculating and not having too much bias, and just trade what the market is giving me. Get finished set up. Get finished set up here. How's everybody feeling this morning? Then we're just gonna play the music in rotation today. Actually, no, I don't. No, that's what I know what I want to do. Get some music playing. That's what's up. We ready. We ready. Get that volume thing out the way. Nice little sideways action. Let's see. Pretty much since the Euro session. I like this range. It's also interesting what's going on with what is it, Nicola? Let's see if I can find the story, so I don't want to say the wrong thing. Yeah, their executive, the CEO stepped down, Trevor Milton. He stepped down over the weekend, I guess. So, I never, really paid much attention to this company anyway, but that, a lot of that had a lot of attention over the summer. Of course, from all the Robinhood traders. Nice little, a company that had a nice run up with no product. I don't know how you make millions of dollars off of no product, off of a mock-up. So That'll be interesting to watch and see how all that unfolds. An intelligent investor would, not going to be fooled by something like that at all. But there's a lot of people, unfortunately, who got caught up in the hype. All right, we got like 2 minutes before the bell. Close all these other windows down. Had an important message I had to reply to. All right. So now the cell phone goes on silent. I'm not gonna pay attention to that until after I'm done trading. All right, here we go. And the high of that channel is going to be around 797. That's 797 and 3/4. Let's see how if we make it up there, what price does. Which I wouldn't be surprised if we have some buying for the first few minutes of this open. A little bit of profit taking, a little bit of people trying to buy the dip. All right, traded right through that. Let's see if we can hold it. I do not trade Forex. I traded Forex, I mean not Forex, but I traded the currency for futures for a while, but I never actually traded Forex. Retesting that what we just broke out of. Nice. I like this rollover. Still slightly bullish. Slightly, ever so slightly. Haven't made a new lower low yet. Just looking at the 3-minute. Let's see, I started first trading, I was trading stocks for a while, the summer of 2017. It was June to be exact. I think it was like a week before my birthday. Then I switched over to futures around September of that year. No problem. I don't mind. No questions. Whatever questions you have, feel free to ask them. All right, so we break in. We're trying to break that trend. Appreciate you. And I gotta take a quick note. It's definitely been an interesting journey. A lot of growth. I think the best part of more so than the making the money from the market, I think the best part about the trading for me was the internal growth throughout my journey. I'm not a big scalper, but it just depends on what the price action is doing. And as expected, we got some buyers coming in as we broke down into lower lows. Let's see if the buyers are strong enough to hold it. Just a little bit of volume down there, not much. Okay, Gemini, fellow Gemini. My birthday is June 19th. Absolutely. Trading is more so, done the right way. Well, that's subjective, but it's more so it's a reflection of self and a reflection of our environment as a whole. But I look at the way that we trade kind of as a mirror. If that makes sense. I don't think it's possible to find some success at this without discovering a lot about yourself. If I was looking to go long, that would have been a nice area to go long right there. course, Hindsight Capital. I don't want to screenshot that. Don't we all, Jeremy? Don't we all? Patience is definitely required. Just keep working at it, you'll get it. No, my philosophy is you only fail when you quit, when you stop trying. That statistic about 90% or whatever of people who try to day trade, they fail at it. That's mostly people who do. Now, it's not for everybody. It is not for everybody, but that's everybody who gave up before and they found a way for it to make it work for themselves. Okay. Let me see if we can get a nice little bounce off of this high.
Order submitted. Order filled. Target filled. Stop filled.
A little scalp for me. I forgot I don't have it on my I'm used to my journal entry recording. So I took a short up here at I don't remember the exact number. But it was up here around 808 or somewhere in there. And it ended up in a scalp pretty much based on the price action. I got stopped out on a break even after I hit my first target. just realized my daily chart didn't update with the right contract. With the right contract month. There we go. The only time frame I really look at is the 3 minute. Sometimes I reference the 10 or the 30 or like a bigger time frame just to see what's going on, just to get a bigger picture, to zoom out real quick. But mostly I'm looking at the 3 minute. I may glance at a 1 minute. And usually I only look at the daily like before I'm, at the beginning of the trading session. But in terms of my entry, I'm only really looking at the 3 minute. The way I'm looking at this, we're still kind of bullish. That open was was a little while. We tried to make a lower low, but we really didn't. And we're in higher high, just from a short-term perspective. We're working on a higher high right now. But overall, we're still bearish. We zoom out at any other time frame, the 10 minute. You see we're bearish. Breaking out of this channel that we had here in the pre-market. It attempted to break the high right there, got a rejection, traded down to the low. Buyers were there sitting there. Now they were able to push it up outside of the channel. Now we're trying to see if we can hold it. Since my first trade did work out, I want the market to come. Well, I don't like to trade the market when it's trading kind of irrationally volatile or volatile without direction. I like volatility, of course, as a trader, but I want some clear direction if I'm going to take advantage of it. I don't want to give profit back on the hope. It has to be part of my strategy. So at this point, like I saw a couple of trades that I could have taken, but I would have had to break my rules. So I'm not going to break the rules, just to try to get a quick win. I'm going to be patient and wait for a good setup. that one. I was looking at that at 804. Look at it. Let me show it on this chart. I was looking at it at 804, but it's actually not part of my plan, not part of my strategy. So I would have had to break my rules. That's just me looking at the price action as well as the volume. So now comes the question of, is it time for a tweak of the strategy, or do I not allow myself to be a prisoner of the moment and keep the strategy, keep everything intact, and just, you know, wait for the market to show its true hand? This area is what I would call a battle zone, and we know I don't like to trade a battle zone. Might need to write an article on that to explain the battle zone. And if you haven't done so already, I'm gonna take this time to promote the website, Mv3Trader.com. I try to post something on there once a week. Basically, it's information that can help you, that can help anyone, you know, build a successful strategy. It's not specific to any particular market. It's just as trading as a whole, with information that I think that can help any trader, based off of knowledge and experience that I've gained over since I've been trading. We got a lot of, you know, interesting things planned for what I'm doing with that website, so stay tuned. All right, so it's 10 o'clock. I got some other things I got to do today. I got a busy day today, but I'm going to take my little profits and I'm going to go home. I will be posting the journal entry for today within the next couple of hours on the site. So when I get that posted, you can go ahead and check that out. I put when I make it public on my Twitter, you know, at Mv3Trader. Everything's at Mv3Trader, Twitter, Instagram. But I'm more active on Twitter, so just putting that out there. I appreciate y'all. Jeremy, I appreciate you with all the questions and the feedback, and everybody else for coming, checking me out, trading with me, listening to my nonsense. And I will see you guys later. Deuces.